guys, so today I'm going to be doing a roasty declutter of foundations, primers, setting sprays, and makeup brushes. I am in the home stretch of my declutter series, which I started a while ago and abandoned for one reason or the other, but if the self-isolation thing has taught me anything, is it's time to finish out some home projects. And finishing my purge and getting my new setup going is definitely at the top of my list right now. A lot of what you guys are going to see today that I'm getting rid of is because things are expired or they didn't work for me. But here's the thing. I'm a little nervous, and this is probably a big blessing that this is the main thing I'm worried about right now, so don't judge me. I'm a little nervous that as I run out of things in my beauty stash or as I need new things, shipping is either going to slow down or completely stop. Things are going to get difficult to get a hand on, and I'm not leaving my house. I'm doing my part. So I actually kind of have a big order coming in from various different places that I placed a couple of days ago, a week ago. I got some skincare coming. I have makeup coming. I have a little bit of everything. So if you guys want to see like a lockdown haul or something, let me know. I don't typically do hauls on my channel, but I don't know. I thought maybe you guys would want to see what I'm stocking up on, because one of the main things I'm stocking up on is foundation, because I'm getting rid of almost every foundation that I have, either because they're expired, I don't like them, or I'm flat out running out of them. So I needed replacement. So I do have a good bit of foundation coming in. If you want to see a video about that, please let me know. Anyway, all that being said, real quick before we get started, I feel the need to clarify this. I'm not sending makeup to anyone, so please do not ask me. I have said it many times in these purge videos that everything that can be donated will be going to Rest Stop Ministries in Nashville. I have not given all this stuff over to them because, as I said before, I didn't finish the series until today. This is the last day I'm going to do it. And with the current state of things, I'm not going to be going onto their property. They probably don't want me there either. So once all this is over, I will be taking this to them. Anything that can't be donated, I will try to find the most eco-conscious way of getting rid of, whether I give it to friends or family or whatever. But please don't ask me, you guys. It makes me really uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie. All that being said, please make sure you check the down bar for links to all my social media platforms. Come find me on Patreon, and let's just get started. So these are the two brush caddies that I own. This is the caddy that I hold everything that I use on a regular basis. And this is the caddy that I have had just kind of sitting on my vanity for months. I think it's been since last summer, because I wasn't ready to get rid of all of this stuff at one time. I just kind of wanted to keep it there, and if I thought I needed something, I could pull it out. It's kind of a tip I will give you guys. If you're trying to downsize your collection and make room for things that you really love, maybe you're a little nervous to like full-blown toss things out or get rid of them. So why not separate them and then see if you revisit that stash at all? I can tell you that I don't pull for anything in this little thing, so I'm comfortable knowing that I can get rid of it. Mostly what is in here is either MAC brushes I don't use, or there's actually a few Morphe brushes in here. Actually, there's several Morphe brushes in here that I don't like, and I'm gonna explain to you why. I know there are people out there that friggin' love Morphe brushes, and I'm not trying to take anything away from you. Like, you do you, boo. But let me just say, I think the majority of them are total garbage. I bought some of these. This looks like the M4, M5. I know they have several different lines. I don't know what this line is exactly, except maybe the garbage line. I hate these brushes. I bought these to do a review on Morphe brushes at the beginning of 2018, I believe, just to try it out and see whatever, everyone was talking about. Everybody was talking about how great these are all the time. And I don't know if it's because they're inexpensive, so your expectations are really low, so therefore they seem incredible. I think they're garbage, especially these. This is the M441. I don't know if you can tell, my camera doesn't have auto zoom. I'm not that fancy, but there are bristles splayed out all over this thing, and they shed like nuts. You guys don't even know. This M405, like, it looks tattered. It looks like garbage. I don't understand. And then when I do like this, you can't tell on camera, there's like little tiny bristle fibers like spitting out of it. I don't understand. This one probably being one of the worst. This is the M510. It's in terrible condition. If I do this, bristles just fly out of it. This is the M514, same thing. All these like white haired brushes, I guess, for them are just the weakest link they have. And this is the M527. Same thing, bristles flying out everywhere. It's frayed, it sheds, it's garbage. Here's my conspiracy allegedly. I've also purchased the Jaclyn Hill collection the first time it came out, and I do like this collection a lot. But I don't think that's a good sign, because I don't understand why, if those brushes came out, the Jaclyn Hill collection, volume, brush, whatever, I don't understand why they needed to come out, because what they seem like to me is a vastly improved upon version of the other brushes. Like, I think these are supposed to be dupes for each other. This one is so much better than this one. This one is flimsy. It has no density to it at all. Once again, the bristles fly out everywhere. This one is really dense. The bristles are intact. I have washed this one by hands many times. I've had no issues with it. So my conspiracy allegedly is that Jaclyn knows these brushes are kind of shit in some capacity, and she wanted to make better versions of them. Her versions are way better than the original versions, but I call shade. I think that's kind of garbage. This is one of the brushes I don't like. This is the Morphe M510, and this is the Jaclyn Hill JH09. It's the same brush. This one is way better made. Everything about it is better. This feels flimsy and cheap from the word go. I don't get it. I don't get it. I think these are horrible. I'm going to keep the majority of my Jaclyn Hill brushes. I think the only ones I'm going to get rid of are these two because I just don't use them. This is the JH08. I think this is supposed to be a contour brush, but I much prefer this one from Wayne Goss to do cream contouring with it. It's perfect. And then I'm also going to get rid of this one, which is the JH04. I hate this brush. I don't understand the point of it. So that's definitely going. This guy, the Morphe M439, I don't ever use this thing. It just, I don't know. It's something is not calling to me. Don't like it. This is another Morphe brush, the E59. I don't even know what this one's supposed to be. It's too small and too dense to be a blush brush, to be a bronzer brush, to be a contour brush. I don't know what the point of it is. Maybe it'd be a really good like self-tanner brush or something. Ooh, in fact, you know what? I'll keep this one because I'll use it for self-tan to blend out my poorly applied self-tan. We'll see if that changes anything because my tan's always looking crazy. But anyway, other brushes in here of note are some MAC brushes. These are the MAC, I don't even know, the numbers rubbed off. I've had these forever. These are blush brushes, bronzer brushes, whatever you want to do with them. I just don't pull for them ever. Same thing with this one. This is a MAC kind of contour bronzer blush brush. You can do anything with it, really. Never use it. Gonna let it go. This is a Ray Morris brush that I can't believe I don't get any use out of, but I never, ever use it. It was pretty expensive too. I think it was like 50, 60 bucks. Never touch it. Same thing with this Shiseido brush. This is actually a really nice brush. It works really well, but there's something about it that I don't ever reach for, so I'm gonna let it go. This is the Sigma 3D Kabuki HD brush. I actually really used to love this brush because I liked that I could like get around my eyebrows with it, and I do my eyebrows first, so that's kind of important to me, but I never reach for it. There's nothing inherently wrong with this one, I just don't grab it. Last but not least, I'm letting this guy, I mean, there's more in here, but of note, the last one of note is the NARS Ita brush. This thing was such a big deal for such a long time. Everybody was obsessed with it. It was huge. You had to get on a wait list to get it. Such a massive thing. Never use it. In fact, I think I bought it and then I used it maybe for like 3 months in total and never touched it again. So all these brushes can be rehomed to someone who will either get a lot of use out of them or enjoy them, but I am just not that person, so they can go. So in terms of primers, this is the Milk Makeup Blur Stick. I'm getting rid of this for 2 reasons. Number one, it is definitely expired. I bought this in like 2017, is that right? 2016 or 17. I didn't really like it when I got it. I couldn't really understand what the hype was. This was such a popular product when it first came out, but it didn't do anything for me. But if I'm being honest, I don't know that I feel like any pore minimizing primers really do anything. And if they do, I feel like the effects of it are very temporary. I will use a pore minimizing primer, and then right when I put it on, I'm like, ooh, no pores. I'll put my foundation on. Ooh, no pores. But within, I don't know, an hour or so, my pores are back. So either I haven't found a good one, I'm applying it wrong, or they all kind of suck. But I did not enjoy this one even when it was brand new. You can tell like pretty much none of it's gone. It just wasn't my thing. Next, this is the First Solly Rose Gold Elixir. I've been holding on to this for God knows why. I think I've learned that I will hold on to products because I just believe maybe someday there's something I can do with them, but I need to just trust my gut instinct. And if I don't like something immediately, it needs to go immediately. And this is a good example of that. I picked this up because I just wanted to see what all the fuss was. It's one of those drippy things you see all over Instagram. I've talked about First Solly before. I just not a fan of this brand as a whole. I think it's kind of a gimmick. I think it's overpriced for what it is. And this stuff did nothing for me. It didn't even make my skin feel more hydrated whatsoever. If anything, I felt like it pilled up and felt it was like I could feel the gold particles. It made my skin feel kind of like it had a residue in it. I don't know. I didn't like this at all. In line with oils, I don't know why I have two of these, but these are the Smashbox Photo Finish Facial Oils. Primer oils. I think primer oils, whatever, can be really, really good if you're super dry. But even then, I think if you're so dry that you're having to use an oil to prime your skin, for the most part, I would think that you need to be kind of taking it to the skincare realm and getting that under control. Now, in a quick fix and a pinch, I know we all have bad skincare days. I know we all have bad skincare days, so I'm not saying there's no use for anything like this ever, but I would really start with skincare. I know some people use oils to thin out their foundation or make that foundation more radiant. Once again, that's going to depend on you and your skin type, but I don't need this. As a pro artist, I'm sure I could find a myriad ways to use this in my kit, but just for me, myself, and I have enough oil on my face. I do not need any more, so these can go. I have 3 setting sprays here. This is the Pixi Rose Glow Mist. I love Pixi and I love their mist. And this one, oh, it smells so good because I love the way rose smells, but this one is just way too oily for me. Like, I cannot use this as a hydrating setting spray of any kind because oil, it's like dousing myself with oil. And once again, I don't need any more of that. So I'm gonna let this one go. Also, I'm gonna let this go. This is the MAC Lightful C+ Coral Grass Softening Lotion Spray. I've tried to make it work. There was a period of time where I thought I really liked it, but I never pull for it because it makes my skin super sticky. I really can't use it for that reason. I guess maybe if you were super oily and you wanted something to moisturize your skin, but that was really light, because it's basically a lotion that you can spray. As you can see, it's really finely misted, real fine mist, whatever. But this just makes me sticky, so I'm not a fan. This is the Smashbox and Vlada Petal Petal. Woo! This is like my 4th video I have filmed today. The Smashbox and Vlada Petal Metal Shimmer Spray. I kind of liked this when it first came out because in the summer I like a luminizing body situation. And this is a great way to do that without having to put like a thicker goopy lotion. Maybe you're worried about getting on your clothes. Some of sprays like this, like I love the MAC Fix Plus Shimmer Spray, are great. I don't know about this one. Did you just see what just happened? That's a good example of what I mean. It's almost too thick. It doesn't spray out evenly. It's almost like an oil with some pigment in it, but they don't marry together very well. I never really got a lot of use out of this. I don't feel like Smashbox did a good job with this collection. And Vlada MUA is an amazing artist because they sent me this whole collection when it first came out and there was almost nothing. Almost nothing in it that I really liked. I think, like I said, I went through a period where I thought this was okay, but as time went on, it just wasn't the vibe. Last but not least, this is the Too Faced 3-in-1 Hangover RX Spray. You're gonna see some Too Faced stuff in here because it all has the same problem with me, and that is that it breaks me out, and this is no exception. Not to mention, something about this one, like maybe if I use it as a primer, it would be different, but once it gets on my skin, it is so sticky. Again, it kind of gives my skin this like, I don't even know how to explain it. I don't really like the way it smells, and I typically like the way coconut smells, so if you're gonna insist on adding fragrance, is there still fragrance in here? I don't know, I can't see anything that says it. I smell coconut. I don't know if it's added or not, but it's not even a good smelling coconut, number 1. And then number 2, it makes my skin look worse. Like, it makes my pores look bigger. It makes my makeup look awful. So like I said, maybe as a priming spray, I don't know, this just didn't work for me. Okay, foundations and other miscellany. I have gotten rid of so many foundations you guys don't even know. This is all that's left. I don't know what I was hanging on to most of this for because I know I can't use it, but a lot of the stuff just got to go because like I said, I'm getting a lot of new stuff in and I just don't want to keep all this stuff hoarded around. So this isn't a foundation or a concealer, but I am gonna let it go. This is the Hourglass Champagne Flash Vanish something or another. It was basically their cream highlighter. I really wanted this to work. Like, I think I even put it in a products I regret buying video and I still kept it because I just wanted it to work because I love Hourglass, but it doesn't work for me. I have found no way to wear this. I've worn this with foundation and no powder. I've done foundation with a little bit of powder. I've done it like tinted moisturizer and just this. Like, I've tried to make it work. I've tried it on the body. I've tried everything. I like the idea of it. It is a cream highlighter that almost immediately turns into a powder. So like, you're led to believe that it's going to blend into your powders or blend into your skin really softly. And on like naked skin with absolutely nothing, it does that. But on my face, I just could not make this work. And it makes me so sad because I love Hourglass, but this has got to go. These are the Too Faced Born This Way concealers. I got sent almost all of these in PR and I was really excited when they came because I liked the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, which I'll get into in a minute, but I just feel like everybody is trying to do Shape Tape, and I feel like that is what this was again. Tons of people love this concealer and think it's better than Shape Tape, but I don't. I don't like this at all. I'm learning that there is one concealer on the market that I really enjoy, and I don't know how much I'm willing to try anything else. I am low-key wanting to try the Hourglass one. Let me know what you guys think about it. But these do not work for me. They break me out. I found them to be like, it was almost like they were full, they weren't full enough coverage to be as thick as they were. Does that make any sense? Like, it felt like all the disadvantages of a high coverage concealer, which is sometimes it can be a little thick and potentially be cakey, and none of the advantages, because I didn't feel like my skin looked perfected by this at all. I don't know what it was. I didn't like these. Two more concealers I'm getting rid of. These are the I can't talk. These are the Cover FX Power Play concealers. I bought these. This is like one of the first things I bought when my no buy was over because I was just really interested in them. I don't like them at all. I should have known better because the foundation is about to be tossed out as well, but there's so many great reviews about this. What I don't like about it is I don't feel like the coverage is very good. But you can build it up to get there if you want to. I just don't want to. You know what I mean? Like, just give it to me, will ya? But the crazy thing about these, for them to be what I assumed was long wearing, because like hence the Power Play name, I thought that was the whole gig with this line. These make me oily as shit. Normally, I can wear a concealer like the concealers I've been wearing for over a year now and will never get rid of are the NARS Radiant Creamery. I thought that if anything, the creamier ones, like the Radiant Creamy Concealer, you would think would make you more oily because this one's more of a liquid than a cream. No, these make me oily as hell. Once again, I'm oily enough. I don't need any help in that capacity. I would wear these and within, I don't know, an hour less, my skin would be super oily and I would have to retouch the powder on it over and over again throughout the day. So these can go. And the thing is, I don't even really mind looking a little oily. I kind of like it, but it was too oily. I couldn't make it work. Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I don't know if it's the colors that I have, but these are so yellow on me. I liked them once upon a time. They were pretty decent, I think, but I have noticed for some reason these break me out now. Every time I pull this out, even if I mix it with something different, I break out like a sumbitch. So there's something about Too Faced complexion products that do not agree with my skin. I will probably sit down and look at these ingredient decks and figure out what the common denominator is with all of them, but they don't work on me. I do think this foundation is beautiful. It's just, if I can avoid a breakout, I'm going to. So these are going as well. Speaking of foundation that breaks me out, this is the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear. It really bums me out that I can't wear this foundation because I think it's beautiful. And in terms of like a matte foundation, which I sometimes really like if it means I don't have to powder my skin, this is one of the better ones I've ever tried. Does it say it's a, yeah, it says it's up to 24-hour wear. So I'm assuming it's a matte finish, but I haven't worn this in so long, so I couldn't tell you because it breaks me out so bad I shouldn't even be in the same room with it. Like, I'll probably get a contact breakout just by touching it right now. Like, I've never had a foundation break me out as bad as this one did. And like I said, it's such a bummer because I loved it. I remember absolutely loving it. I loved the color. I loved the finish of it. I loved the way it wore throughout the day, but it breaks me out super bad. So have any of you guys had the same experience with this foundation? I cannot be the only one. But even still, if any of you guys have any dupes for this, like a foundation that's very similar in formula, please let me know because I would be very open to trying it. Cover FX Power Play. I have talked about this before. Don't ask me why it's still in my collection. I've said I hate it a million times, but this is one of the only matte foundations I have ever found that I don't like. I have tried many matte foundations that I do like, that work really well. This one made everything I put on top of it skip. So if I put foundation on it, you could, excuse me, if I put concealer on top of it, you could see, like, it was so hard to explain. It was like a gathering of product between my concealer and my foundation. It was very clear where one stopped and one started, and no amount of blending could fix it. Not to mention anything else I put on top of it wouldn't blend. If I put contour, like a powder on it, it wouldn't blend. If I put a contour that was a cream on it, it wouldn't blend. Blush wouldn't blend. Highlighter wouldn't blend. It didn't matter what I did. The only way I could make this work for me was if I wore only this. I couldn't wear any concealer with it. I couldn't wear anything on top of it. By itself, I thought it was beautiful and it looked really good. But the second I mixed it with anything else, nope, 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 nope. Another thing, I don't know why I'm still holding on to this. This is the Huda Beauty, what is this called? The Faux Filter High Coverage Cream Foundation. I hate this stuff, and not to offend any Huda fans out there, I am not a fan of Huda. I'm not a fan of her aesthetic. I'm not a fan of kind of her way of doing things, just not a fan. But at the time when I picked this up, I really just wanted to give it a go and see what all the hubbub was, because I remember it being super popular. I did a review on it. I will link it up here. I think at the time, I remember being like mildly impressed with it. But my tastes have changed so much since then, and not to mention the number one thing about this I hate is that all of her complexion products that I've tried, so the foundation, the concealer, and the setting powder, are so fragranced. I have never smelt a foundation like this before. It's almost like it would make more sense to me if Huda had a perfume line and then she decided to have a makeup line to like complement it. You know how Sol de Janeiro, I think that's how you say it, they have that body butter line that smells amazing. So then they made candles, and then they made body wash, and then they made shampoo and conditioner that smell like it. That's what I mean. It would make more sense to me that Huda started out making perfume, and not good smelling perfume, and then decided to make a skincare, why do I keep saying skincare? A complexion line with that fragrance in it that's so powerful, and it doesn't even smell good. Like, if it smelled good, that'd be one thing, but this smell, it's horrible. Horrible. Nope. No. I have two drugstore foundations here. I have nothing against drugstore foundations. I love the L'Oreal True Match Lumi line. I love the regular L'Oreal True Match line. I love the L'Oreal Pro Glow. Why can't I ever say that? But these, they were not what I was looking for. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. I wore this a couple of times. I think the first time or two that I tried it, I ended up liking it initially, but that's why like First Face, the first impressions and stuff like that are not the most reliable source of information, because the more frequently that I wore this, the more I hated it. It just was too thick and too heavy. If that is what you're into, if you like a full coverage foundation, go for it, but I don't. Like, I like a foundation that has coverage to it, but the older I get, the more I like a medium. Give me a nice medium, maybe buildable. I don't need a balls to the wall, like out of control, banana sandwich in your face, Nancy Grace can't stop, won't stop foundation. I don't need my foundation to, anything that says up to 24 hours, I don't, I mean, I know I said that, but this says up to 24 hours also, but maybe that's why they both broke me out. Maybe there is some ingredient they have in common. I'm going to look into it. Anything that says it lasts for this long, probably not for me overall. It's just too much. And then the second one, once again, another 24-hour wear. This is the Maybelline foundation. Is that all it is? There's got to be more information. I don't remember what this one is called. Oh, it's the Super Stay Full Coverage, more of that full coverage stuff. Like, that is what you're looking for. If you want like an opaque, no skin shows through, give it to me and give it to me good type of foundation, like these will probably do you well. I think drugstore foundations, more often than not, if you compare like the value to what you're getting, I think they outshine high-end foundations most of the time. Once again, I have been buying the L'Oreal Luminous foundations that they sell, including the True Match, for years. Since like 2011 or 12. Like, they're so good. They're so good. I'm gonna start using them on my channel more just to drive that point home because they're so good. But these were not for me. This was not the move. They got to go. Don't put a fake accent in your videos, Whitney. Nobody likes it. Last but not least, this is the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless. Oh God. I just ordered foundation. Please tell me this isn't the one that I ordered. Oh, please don't tell me that it's the one that I ordered. Yes. Woo! I thought I accidentally ordered this one again. No, I didn't. But this is the All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. This, when I first got it, I kind of liked it, especially if you apply it with your hands. I think if you do it with a brush or a sponge, you might be a little disappointed in it. But this falls again into that too drying, too much. It's just too much for me. I am extra, much like guacamole, but I'm not this extra. I don't know what it was. Over time, it started to feel really drying and heavy on my skin, which is saying something because I don't have dry skin. I do not have dry skin at all. I'm a greasy little goo monster. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if this turned on me. I don't know if my taste changed. Whatever the case may be, this ain't the vibe. And you got to go. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't foresee a situation in my future where I'm going to accumulate stuff like this again. And as I acquire things, I think I'm going to start doing the 1 in, 1 out rule. Because as I said at the beginning of this series, my objective here was to get this down to a collection that I love to use. And honestly, I feel like the more stuff I have, the longer it takes me to get ready. Does anyone else feel that way? I feel like 9 times out of 10 when I'm getting ready, what is holding me up is like sifting through a basquillion different things, trying to find that exact lip color, that precise brush, and ain't nobody got time for that. So this is also probably emblematic of like my taste just changing. I think when you get older, you gravitate towards different products. So happy to let all this go. Happy to try to find new homes for it if I can. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you love any of this stuff? Do you have dupes for any of this stuff? Please tell me your own experience with this stuff. I know I can't be the only one who's not a fan of any of these things. As I said, I don't know if it was in this video or the other video I just filmed because I'm power filming right now. I did order a bunch of stuff. It's all coming soon. And if you want to see me do like a locked up haul, locked up, lockdown, whatever, let me know. I'll do it. I haven't bought this much beauty at one time in years. So I thought it'd be fun to film it, but I don't have to do that either. It's totally fine. As always, thank you to the patrons. March content is going up. I think by the time this video goes up, the March content will definitely be up. And this makeup look, the whole thing I'm wearing right now, I filmed a true crime and makeup time about Betty Broderick. I don't know if you know about that story, but it's a handful. And then also going up in March, or I should say in the next couple of days, there's like a hair on my face, probably because I touched a Morphe brush and it like infected me with poorly made bristles. Anyway, there's also going to be like an extra AF skincare routine, nighttime skincare routine over there as well. So check that out if you're interested, and there will be more live streams over there. I don't know how many they're going to be. Typically I only do 2 a month, but we're going to do way more in the coming weeks for as long as we're encouraged to do self-isolation, because I think it'd be a great outlet to hang out, spend time together, connect, just so, I almost said sow some wild oats. Why did that even come to mind? Oh, girl. All right, I am going to get out of here. I hope you guys are having an absolutely amazing day. Check the down bar for links to all my social media platforms, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.